Miss Susan.
Thank you. Wow. Now, hi everyone.
Hi.
The microphone is not on to you, but we're using this microphone for that camera so we can record this and maybe put some of it on the website. So I'm going to use this microphone, but my voice is very loud. So that's why I don't need the real microphone. And I'm going to be speaking with you guys also. So you can speak loudly and we won't need the microphone. Now, can you hear me? Yes? Can you guys hear me back there? Yes? Okay, good. Oh, I loved that song you were singing. That song is like my new most favorite thing. Let me move these so I don't trip over them. Now, what were the words to that song? What was the verse of that song?
Power of Jewish woman.
Power of Jewish Woman. That was the name of that song. The theme. Okay. And what were the words?
Jewish women
Okay, and the
changing the world.
Changing the world. That's the one that I wanted. Changing the world, right? Now, all of you are different ages here. How old are you guys? 10. Are you 12?
I'm 10.
You're 10, and you guys are 16. Okay, and I won't ask you how old you are. All right, and you guys are 13? Okay, good. 13, 14, 15, good. Okay, we have a wide range. But everyone here, whether you're 10 or 16, knows what a mitzvah is. Is that correct? Yes? Okay. So what do you think it is? I want to hear some of what you think it is. Yes, honey?
Something you do for other people or for yourself that makes them feel.
Feel how? Makes them feel good. That's right. Something you do for other people to make them feel good. What else? Yes?
A good deed or something that we are commanded to do.
Good. A good deed or something that we are commanded to do, right? And what is your name, honey? The bride.
Oh, I'm the bride?
Well, you look like a bride to me. What?
Sarah Leah.
Sarah Leah?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sarah Leah just talked about how we each have a passion inside us. Now, if you're 10, who here is 10? Here and here and here. If you're 10, do you know what it means to have a passion inside you? Yes? All right. Well, I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to actually go to some of the older kids and say, what does it mean to have a passion inside you? Somebody. The younger kids want to answer. Yes.
I guess like to be like passionate about something in the way that like you really like enjoy doing it and you do it with like all of your heart and you put everything you have into it.
Right. You got the word that I wanted, and that is your heart. It is when you do something that you can feel in your heart, and you can actually feel your heart begin to open when you do a mitzvah, right? When you do one of these good deeds, when you help, I think you just said when you help somebody else feel good, right? So the work that I do is I help people do mitzvot, and I work with organizations like JGR to give other people the opportunity to help you, to help the organizations. And that's what I do every day. I work with this organization and many other organizations. Now, I want to ask you to do this kind of strange thing. Just bear with me, okay? I am going to ask you guys, not right now, wait till I say go, okay? I'm going to ask you all to just start talking. Wait till I say go. All right? You can say the alphabet, you can sing a song, you can talk to each other, you can say the alphabet, you can say the words to that, my new favorite song. All right? And I want to hear everybody talking at the same time. I know you're not usually told that, but I do right now, and I'm going to let you do that for a few seconds. All right? And then when I wave my arm, I want everybody to stop right away. Okay? All right. Do you understand what you're supposed to do? Yes. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, ready? Go. Stop. Shh, 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 shh. Shh, shh, shh. Okay, good. Thank you. Now, I want to hear, we do have some background noise here, but what I want you to hear is the silence after the noise. That's what I want you to listen for. We're going to do it again. And then I want you to listen to the silence after the noise. Okay? Because one of the things to find the passion in you is to be able to hear the silence. To have silence in your mind, and you can hear who? Yourself, nothing, Hashem, perhaps, right? Suggesting things to you, okay? So we're going to do this again, and then I'm going to ask for silence again. And when we ask for silence this time, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to listen. Just listen to the silence. Now, you guys coming in, what's going on over here? I just asked everybody to, when I say go, to talk amongst yourselves, talk to each other. And then when I wave my arm, we're going to stop again and we're going to listen to the silence, okay? So we're going to do this again. Ready? Go. Ready? Okay, stop. Shh, shh, shh. Listen. That silence is very precious. That silence is very precious. It's very important to us that we allow ourselves to hear just the quiet. Just the quiet. Because in our worlds, there's a lot of noise. How many people here have a cell phone? How many people have some kind of tablet or a computer or anything at all, an iPod that you play with, right? So these things are going all the time, right? And in order for us to do these good deeds, to get outside of ourselves, we have to be able to hear the silence. And who was it? Over here, she talked about when you can feel something in your heart, right? And that's when you're really going to be moved to do a good deed, to do a mitzvah, to really make a difference, all right? Now, so that's silence. Now I want to talk about the other thing that is very, very important in order to really give yourself over to the mitzvot, and that is love. That is love. It comes from your heart, and I know because I've been all over your website, and I've known people who have come through camp, and I've known Nechama for years. There's a lot of love here at JGR. How would you describe your time here at JGR, whether it's winter retreat or camp?
Very,
Inspiring. And what was the other one? Refreshing.
Like when you go back to like normal life, Earth, as we call it.
Yes.
You find like there's so much like ready.
Ah.
I feel like it's an island.
So it feels like it's an island. It's refreshing. It's wonderful. It's nice. Yes, honey.
It's friendly, fun, energetic, and you do all sorts of fun activities.
It's friendly, fun, energetic, and you do all sorts of fun activities. Yes, that's excellent. Thank you. Yes.
Well, it makes me really, really happy because I always make like tons of new friends, and like you can just dance and like let everything go. You can like say prayers and concentrate on like just talking to God, and it's like really, really refreshing because like you have like these artificial parents that are your counselors and they take care of you, and like you become like best friends with them.
Okay, hold on. I have to repeat some of this into this microphone so we can capture it on camera. You can dance, you can pray, it's refreshing. You have what you called a family. It's like a JGR family. You said artificial parents. I think you meant it felt like a family, right? It's like a little family here, right? Yes, honey. Last one.
I get to come and I get to see all my friends we don't get to see all the rest of the year, and it's like really fun. It's sort of like something special that I look forward to.
So it's special. You come, you get to see your friends who you don't get to see all the rest of the year, and you look forward to coming back every year. So all of these things. Okay, yes, honey. Wait, go ahead.
3 words. Just plain awesome.
Just plain awesome. I love it. Let me move on. I'll get you another time. All of these things that you're talking about, to me, are based in love and stem from love. Yes?
JGR is my home.
JGR is my home. Well, it's funny you should mention that, because even though I did not ask her to talk about this, one of the things I want to talk to you about today is creating a place for JGR. One of the things that we're looking for, who here has been to camp? Yes? Okay, arms down. Who here has been to a Pesach retreat? Pesach, anybody? Some of you? And then here we are at winter retreat, and you go to different places, right? So what we would like is to create one place, a permanent, beautiful place to have all of your JGR activities. And this is so important that you will be able to know that that's the place that you're going to go to. It will be a consistent place, the same place that you will go every time. And that is going to bring more people. You'll have even more girls for JGR. You'll have more families at Pesach. And there'll be more opportunities for other people to experience what you experience here. Yes, honey.
So just go to treat. I actually figured out that I made more friends here in a short time than I usually do in a lot of time.
She's made a lot of friends here, more friends in a short time. More friends in a short time. Again, what I want to ask you to understand is this love that you feel for each other here. What I want to suggest is that you figure out how to bring that love out to other people. And doing mitzvot is one way to do that. Now, you guys in the back, did any of you have bat mitzvah projects that you did? Yes? What did you do for your project?
I gave money and supplies and time
To an orphanage? Where was it?
Oh, and I also sold bracelets.
Ah, you sold bracelets.
For
Where was the orphanage?
the orphanage is in Kazakhstan, and my brother was adopted.
Oh, very nice. Anybody else? Brave enough to talk? Yes.
I just had mine in November.
Uh-huh.
And I helped collect and have donated stuff for the local animal shelter.
Animal shelter, uh-huh.
And so I had my friends help me out with it. It was really fun.
So you collected stuff for an animal shelter and you had a friend help you, so you shared that with your friend, and you said it was really fun. And how did it feel?
Good, because my dog came from that shelter.
Ah.
He used to be abused, so it's good that he was
He's with a safe and loving family now. Yeah.
the other dogs will have stuff like that.
Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. Yes, honey.
I collected a lot of cartridges and cell phones and everything. I got everybody to do it, and then they sent to an electric company, and they make money to sell to use for help kids with diabetes.
Oh, so you collected electronics and cell phones, you said?
Yeah, I got everybody.
and you sent them to a company and they sold them and they raised money for cystic fibrosis. That's really cool. Does somebody in your family have cystic fibrosis?
No, but I got like a flyer for it, and they said like it costs like $20,000 for just one kid.
Right, right. Yeah, that's really great, honey. So you know that you do these things, and for you younger kids, you know that you have an opportunity to do a bat mitzvah project. And one of the things that often happens is that we don't think about the thing that's right in front of us, that we don't think about the thing that's very important to us. And so I want to suggest that some of you think about this opportunity, that maybe you do something to support JGR. Now, you can also support this wonderful, opportunity with cystic fibrosis or with animals or, the orphanage that she talked about. There's lots of opportunities to do it. And that's what I really just want you to give some thought to today. Yes? Oh, what's cystic fibrosis? Cystic fibrosis is a disease of the lung, basically. It's a disease that children get, and it's hard for them to breathe, and they have problems with their lungs. So that's an organization that helps them. So this is the key that I really want to ask you to give some thought to. Mitzvot, it starts in your heart. You do it with love, and you share it with others. And all of these things are what you're already doing here at JGR. Is that correct? Yes? Yes. Good. Okay. Now, I want to ask you to think about the idea of a new home for JGR. And what are the kinds of things that you would do there? What are the kinds of things that you would do at a new home? Yes?
We'd make our film.
Make a film, okay? You're making a movie?
Every summer.
Every summer, okay? Yes?
What do you mean by a new home for JGR?
It would be a place that you would go. It wouldn't be a hotel. It would actually be, a campus, thank you. A campus that you would go to, a different location. Yeah.
Permanent home for JGR.
Yeah, permanent home. What else? Other than make your film? Yes.
Swim.
You would swim. You would have a swimming pool, okay? Yes.
Go outside.
You would be outside in nature. You would take nature hikes. Yes.
Maybe like the bunk would probably be easier to view it, and it might be bigger with all your friends.
Uh-huh. So you would have a bunk. It might be a bigger bunk, and you would be with all your friends instead of like 2 or 4 in a room or something like that. Yes. Yes, honey.
Would it be like a big kind of like a playground with swings and monkey bars?
That would be very nice. Maybe there would be a playground with swings and monkey bars. Yes.
You wouldn't have to worry about strangers kidnapping you.
Ah, so it would be a safe place. It would be a safe place. Yes.
Not having counselors in your bunk.
Not having counselors in your bunk. I can't make any commitments to that. I can't make any guarantees.
Still get counselors.
Hold on. Shh, 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 shh. Yes, honey.
Enough beds for everybody.
Let me have your attention, please. Thank you. There would be enough beds for everyone.
So each person can have their own bed.
Right.
And not just like a room.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Go ahead, honey, over here.
You would be able to wander around without a counselor.
You would be able to wander around the campus without a counselor. Now, these things, wait, hold on. Last one.
Oh, I lost.
You lost it? Okay, then we'll let you go. Go ahead.
A humongous fitness room and a bunch of tree houses.
So there might be a place where you could exercise and maybe a tree house or two. I don't know about that. So this is what I want to ask you to begin to give some thought to. Because one of the things that we know, is everybody with me? Hello? Yes? Thank you. One of the things that we know is that when you think about something in your head, and when you have a lot of positive thoughts about that thing, it will make, like I say, a direct connection to Hashem, and you can help to make that thing happen. Now, I want to just talk to you very quickly about some things that you can do if you want to. If you want to. Now, somebody said they made bracelets. Was that you, honey?
Yeah.
You made bracelets. Did you bead?
I didn't make them, but I sold them.
Oh, you sold bracelets. Okay. I want to ask. Yes, honey, you have a question?
No, it's not a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Also, my school, we got a team, each did a like together, and we did like organization that did like just kids who are in trauma.
Okay, so that's another mitzvah that you did. Yeah. So I want to ask you, what are some things that you could do? This is the doing part. Does everybody know what it means? Does everybody here who's paying attention know what it means to take action? Take action. To act on something, right? Do you guys know what it means? You take action? Yes? You do. Are you just saying that?
No,
You do. Okay, good.
Better than 1,000 groans.
What was that?
One positive action is more powerful than 1,000 groans.
One positive action is more powerful than 1,000 groans. I love that. So the key about mitzvot is taking action. Here's the thing, and I want everybody to understand this. I want everybody up here. Attention, eating your cake is good. I love cake. What happens in our world is most people just think things in their head. Most people just think things in their head. And they think, oh, I wish I could this, or I wish I could that. I want this, or I want that. They only think things, they never take the action. Now, you guys here are different because I know Nechama takes action. And I know that because you're here in this place. So you already know, and I know the older kids and the counselors take action. And I want each one of you who's paying attention to me, each one of you to think about the idea of some action that you could take to help. Now, some of you are young, so what can a young person do? There's lots of things a young person can do, okay? What I want you to understand is that older people, parents like me, I have 2 daughters, older people like it, parents in particular, like it when their kids do something positive, when they take action, right? How many people here, do your parents complain if you watch too much TV or you're on your electronics too much? Yes? I'm the parent complaining. But when you take action to make positive change in the world, to change the world, just like you sing about, I want to help you understand that you can change from just singing those words to actually changing the world, to actually doing it. All right? So I want to ask you now, some of you already have had bat mitzvah projects and you've done wonderful things. I want to hear from some other people who are brave enough to think about what are some actions that you could take. What are some actions that you could take? Yes?
Well, I just had my birthday a few weeks ago, and I asked all my Facebook friends to take me for virtual coffee, and the money was going towards the Home for JGR campaign.
Woohoo!
For fancy coffee.
Oh, latte. Oh, I love that. I love that. That is so great. You could do it for all kinds of things. That's a great idea. Yes.
Here.
Yes, you, honey.
Okay. When I live in Florida and in the summers it's really, really hot, so sometimes we get out of the small table and we have a lemonade stand in the front yard.
Mm-hmm.
So we get on lemonade and
Yep. So you could do that one time for JGR, right? Yes. Yes, honey?
Mara is an alumni.
Yes.
Then she's about 22 now. She works in ShopRite.
Yes.
As an extra job, and she donates 10% of her earnings.
Wow. Good for you to JGR. Oh, how wonderful. Wow, that's impressive, honey. That's really, really a wonderful thing to do. Good for you. You should be very proud of yourself, and others are proud of you as well. Who else? Anybody over here? Does anybody here bead? Do you make like beaded jewelry? You do?
No.
Oh, you have another idea. Go ahead.
So let's say someone like got present or like a lot of money or like for a bat mitzvah or a party or something, they could like give half of or some of it like
Right. So she said that you can share money that you get. That's a way to do it, that you get money and you can share the money, some part of it, like Samara is doing, right? Hold on one second, honey. So did somebody when I said, does anybody bead? Did somebody raise their hand? You bead, honey? You make beaded things and you bead? Okay, well, I bead and I love to bead. And beading is one of those things that's easy, am I right? It's pretty easy to do, right? Who raised their hand? So she's saying sort of. So for example, you could learn to bead and you like this little bracelet here, something like this, and you could make things to sell for this purpose. And if it's not beading, you could knit, you could sew. There's all kinds of things that people need that you could do. Now, who around you in your life, in your world, somebody's from Florida, where are some of the rest of you from? Atlanta. North Carolina. Milwaukee. Alaska. Wow, cool. Nobody is from New York? New York. Okay, good. New Jersey? Morristown. Okay, I grew up in Mountain Lakes. Okay, so in your world, where you are at home, who around you might need some help, where they might pay you a little bit to do some chores, some helping kind of chores? Yes.
My grandmother, she does like a lot of work in her house, and my grandfather can't really help her so much.
Okay, so
Can you help her?
can you do that?
Yeah.
Will you?
Yeah.
I don't mean will you, I mean would you?
Yeah, because a lot of times, like, she's just like redoing her whole kitchen, and like I was going over there and I was helping her, but
Yeah.
if she wanted, I could like help her every day.
Right, you could help her understand that you care about, if you want to. I'm just saying these are just ideas, just thoughts that we're sharing. If you want to, you could say, I want to help do that. I want to help JGR. So could we work out an arrangement where maybe you pay me a little something and I will donate a portion of it to JGR, right? Who else in your world where you are? Yes.
I actually don't know how to ask for money.
Uh-huh.
I do a lot of stuff, but I don't know how to ask for money. And so,
Okay, well, let me help you with that, honey. What I do for my job, what people pay me to do, is ask for money. So here's what I want to say about that. When you're raising money for a cause about which you are passionate, right, that you feel in your heart, when you have passion about a cause and you are raising money for that cause, there's a difference between asking for money for yourself to put in your pocket and spend on iTunes or, clothing or something to make your own life better. There's a difference between that, the way that that's asking for money. But if you are raising money to support a cause or a place that you care about, then you say, not, will you give me money, but will you help me support this cause that's important to me? that I'm passionate about, that I care about.
If you're helping someone
Mhm.
and like they like need it, it feels like wrong to ask them. for
I agree with that.
they need it.
I agree with that. That's not, I'm talking about, like, here's a case where maybe somebody's grandparents, maybe your neighbors, on the street, maybe somebody has a dog to walk or something like that. I'm talking about somebody where you're helping them with something, not somebody in need, like the way you're talking about.
No, that's not like I'm talking about like simple things. Like it's like you're doing like something nice and like you just want to do something nice. It's just like
Well, here's what I want to say about that. You just keep doing those nice things, and that's all, because that is the right thing to be doing. Right? That's all. That's all. That really, I mean that. And then if other people feel like they can do that, that might be something. There may be other things about Mitzvah Project, selling beaded jewelry or something else. But I feel that coming to you from your heart, and that is very important. Okay? Are you with me on that? Okay. Yes, honey.
So a while ago, so like a very long while ago at my school, I think it was last year, this year. So I think it was last year. So there's like this hurricane nearby,
Mm-hmm.
and so houses and things were like damaged. So in order to, so we did this to Helmathon, where parents or like relatives would sponsor us to say certain lines of the poem or songs or whatever, and the money, and we would give the money that we raised into the school.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think before that, a long while ago, there was like this box. I think there was another like storm or something. I think, and we.
You helped other people.
And things.
Right. So what we're talking about is, generally what we're talking about is doing mitzvot. Your words, your song, changing our world, right? Changing the world. That's what we're talking about. And that's really, yes, honey.
Like what you were saying before with like what you can do to take action.
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody didn't have resources, maybe they couldn't get beads or something or have anything to sell. If you like raise publicity for a cause, kind of, if not very many people know about it. Like even if it's something like JGR or something, and you kind of spread it, so more people who have resources.
Yes, exactly. So she's saying everybody doesn't have money or resources to help. There's other things that you can do, like raising publicity or raising awareness, telling people using social media or personal conversation or whatever it is, where you talk about things that you care about. And honey, I do that all the time. With me, I'm right on that page with you, and you're exactly right about that. Just this evening, I was listening to a young woman, this fabulous young woman. I'm going to give her name and the link to Nechama. Her name is Jessica Abo, and she was talking to a group of Jewish high school students in USY, if you're familiar with USY, and she was telling them, and she was, she's an active, observant Jew, who, also is an anchor on television. She does news on television. She's a young woman. Well, not young to you, but she's young to me. And she said this. She also engages in mitzvot. She raises money and she gives money. And she said this: you don't need to be affluent, which means have money, to have influence. You don't need to be affluent, which means have money, to have influence. And for you older guys, I really want to make sure that you hear that. You don't need to be affluent to have influence. What you need to do, what's your name, honey? Tamar? What you said is talk about it, is create awareness, and use your influence that you have with people to show them what you care about. All right? So that's one of the messages that I really want to leave with you. And by the way, who here loves animals? Right. Maybe it's animals that you care about. Who here loves going to the ocean? Anybody? Yeah. Maybe it's clean water that you care about, right? And somebody cared about an orphanage. You know, you have reason to care about that personally, right? Yes, honey.
There's a computer website where they have these things once or twice every few, like they have a thing a few times every year where you donate your virtual coins and they turn it into real things.
Yep.
So like so far they've helped with clean water, with penguins in Antarctica,
Right.
some other things.
Wait a second, honey. No more questions. Yes. So it's great that you know about that. It's great that you know about that. She's talking about the website where you donate virtual coins. You do activities to donate virtual coins and they turn them into real money and donate to causes. So that's really what I want to leave you with this evening, okay? Is what I want to do is make sure that you care about something. And I know everybody cares about JGR, of course, but you also care about other things. And for me, it doesn't matter to me what you care about. I don't tell people what to care about in my work. I encourage them to care from their heart. Like, find that stillness, find that silence, and ask yourself, what do I care about? What matters to me? And feel it in your heart, and then to take action around that thing that you care about. What are your questions? Does anybody have any questions? Yes, honey.
Can I have a question? I want to comment about the virtual coins and stuff. So I also do that with visual because they have 3 animal options to help. So there is, I think, a tiger, I think there's Siberian tiger, cheetahs, and lions that you can choose from.
Right.
And there's videos about the animals to help you choose.
Yeah.
So I donate from a different range of.
Right. Well, the key is there's a lot of different ways to do this. Yes, honey.
In my school, we use a website called freerice.com.
Yes, I love freerice.com.
It has like math problems, geometry problems, like stuff you learn in school kind of problems. And every time you get a problem right, you donate like 10 grams of rice to hungry kids. I forgot where.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where. Right. That is such a great thing. Did everybody hear that? Does everybody know about freerice.com? Do you older kids know about freerice.com? Okay, somebody does. Okay, free rice, R-I-C-E. Now listen, here's the thing about that. 10 grains of rice. 10 grains of rice. How much is that? Is that a lot? No. 10 grains of rice is not a lot. But when a lot of people do it, it all adds up. And that's how that makes a difference. So thank you for bringing that up. Yes.
I heard this story about this kid who was like 12, I think, and she saw his school had all these extra desks, but they didn't need anymore, and they were going to put them in storage. Then he read about these kids in Afghanistan that they didn't have school there, so he wanted to give it to them, but he didn't know how, so he kept asking before they were school, and he was asking. It took him like 2 years to actually get consent, but then he kept working at it, and then he inspired other people to start doing it out. He didn't get it right away, but he kept going.
Thank you so much for that. She said that there was a boy in your school, honey?
No, I read
Or she read about a boy who wanted to get desks donated to students in Afghanistan who didn't have desks, who needed them. And he worked at it, and he kept at it for 2 years, because sometimes these things just take time, and that's okay too, but it was in his heart, wasn't it? It must have been. For him to stay at it for 2 years and not forget about it and move on to other things, it must really have been in his heart that he really wanted to do that. And he really, was committed to taking that action. Okay, so can I ask you to make an agreement with me? What's an agreement? Does anybody know what an agreement is? Yes.
You agree.
Right, you agree to something. You make an agreement and you have a deal, okay? I want to ask you if we can make an agreement that you will take an action about something that you care about, that you will give thought, whatever it is, and that you will take an action over this next, after the beginning of the school year again, about something you care about. Now, all you old people over there, are you with me? Yes? I don't really feel like you are. I got one thumbs up. All right, you got one in back. Good, thank you. Thank you, okay. Now, you younger people, do you understand? Can you think of things that you can do? I'm looking around at the younger people. All right? And some of them are middle people. I know there's some younger and middle and some older. So I am going to be around here for a little while. And if anybody has any questions that you want to come up and ask me about, like, what can I do, or, anything at all, I want to encourage you to do that. Yes, honey?
Basically, are you saying you could do, anything at all? Because basically my passion is ice skating, and I do it.
Is what?
Ice skating.
Ice skating. Uh-huh.
Every single day.
Yes.
For a long time. And, a lot of times, I teach little kids how to ice skate, but I don't really know
How to?
I work for somebody else who
They don't pay you or anything. Right. Right. So teaching little kids to ice skate is, especially when it's something you love so much, excuse me, and sharing that love with them, that is taking an action about something you care about, isn't it? Maybe together you and I can think, I don't know in my head, I can't think of it right now, but maybe you and I together could think about something that you could do with your ice skating that could raise money. I don't know what that would look like or anything, but we could brainstorm. Do you know what brainstorming is? We could brainstorm about that. But it always has to, ice skating is your passion. It's great to be able to use your passion to impact something else. Yes, okay, 3 more. Yes, you first. Nope, you first.
Let's say to the ice skating thing, somebody on that side said before, something about you can add, if you don't have the money to do stuff, or people, or you don't think that it's fair to ask for money from people.
Yes.
You could I don't know, carry a sign with you all the time. If you enjoy ice skating and you skate up and down the arena or whatever, and you carry the sign with you and people see it, especially on a busy day.
She's brainstorming already. Good. Yes, honey. And then you.
So, I want to collect box tops to get to my school. So
Yes.
So that to improve a lot of education, everything, get lots of supplies. Except there's a problem because my younger brother, he wants to bring in box tops, and he loses the box tops and usually doesn't find them, so they're all soggy from rain or something, and it's really annoying.
Okay, well, perhaps you and I can have a conversation about how to figure that out after. Yes, honey.
What if, the ice skating thing, what if, you don't want to raise money, you just want to, teach other people, and,
Well, tell me, what if? Is that a good thing? Is that still a mitzvah? Yes, honey, it is. Yes, it absolutely is. Just like you said over here, if you're doing something where it's coming from your heart and you're helping somebody, that's perfectly, perfectly good. Okay. Any other questions? No? Thank you for your time and your attention. You're welcome.